There's a reason doctors call it the silent killer. By the time most people feel something is wrong, it's already too late. Pancreatic cancer doesn't knock on the door. It slips in quietly, hides behind everyday aches and discomforts, and steals time before anyone notices. In the United States, nearly 50,000 people lose their lives to this disease every year, and most of them never saw it coming. It might begin with a little stomach discomfort after meals, or maybe you've noticed your urine looking darker than usual. Your appetite isn't what it used to be. You feel tired all the time, even when you're not doing much. You think it's just age catching up with you. But beneath these quiet symptoms, something much more dangerous may be growing. That's the terrifying truth about pancreatic cancer. It doesn't scream, it whispers. And because the pancreas is tucked away behind the stomach, the signs are easy to miss or mistake for something else. But the consequences of ignoring those whispers can be devastating. This isn't just about discomfort, it's about dignity. It's about independence. It's about giving yourself a fighting chance to stay here longer, stronger, and with the people you love. When warning signs are overlooked, treatment comes too late. And that delay can be the difference between hope and heartbreak. The good news is, knowledge changes everything. If caught early, there are ways to fight back. That's why in this video, we'll walk you through 10 of the most important warning signs of pancreatic cancer that too many people miss. Some of them may seem unrelated at first, others might surprise you completely, but all of them matter, and recognizing even one of these signs could make all the difference. So please stay with us through the end of this video. Like it if you find the information valuable, and don't forget to subscribe to Longevity Secret for more insights that can protect your health and your future. Because sometimes it's not the loudest signs that save lives, it's the quiet ones we choose to listen to. When common symptoms hide a dangerous truth. For many seniors, small changes in their bodies feel expected. You wake up with a little backache. Your appetite isn't quite what it used to be, or your digestion feels off after certain meals. These moments feel harmless, normal even, but in some cases they're not. That's what makes pancreatic cancer so frightening. The earliest signs blend in with everyday senior struggles, but behind those symptoms, something much more serious may be forming. A cup of tea in a silent threat. At 72, Linda Harper from Jacksonville, Florida, started noticing her tea didn't sit well in the morning. A little nausea here and there. She thought it was stress or maybe her gallbladder acting up again. Then came the bloating and the dull back pain that made getting out of her recliner a little harder each day. Linda delayed seeing a doctor for weeks. When she finally did, the scan revealed pancreatic cancer. It had already spread. She sat there in the cold exam room, wondering how something so subtle could become so serious. Her story isn't rare. According to the American Cancer Society, over 60% of people diagnosed with pancreatic cancer are already in late stages. That's because the early symptoms are so often ignored or misunderstood. And for seniors, the risk only increases with age. When weight loss feels like a win, but isn't. Weight loss is often seen as a good thing, especially for older adults who are trying to stay healthy. But losing weight without trying, especially when eating habits haven't changed, is a red flag. Unexplained weight loss is one of the earliest warning signs of pancreatic cancer, and it's often missed because it seems like something positive. John McMillan, 68, from Akron, Ohio, dropped nearly 15 pounds in 3 months. He was thrilled at first. His pants fit better. He had more energy. But what he didn't know was that his pancreas was no longer producing the enzymes he needed to absorb nutrients. Every meal passed through his system without giving his body what it needed. By the time he started to feel exhausted, it was too late. His cancer had advanced beyond surgery. The Mayo Clinic reports that pancreatic cancer can disrupt digestion so significantly that patients often experience fat malabsorption, leading to rapid and unhealthy weight loss. It's not just the cancer spreading, it's the body starving quietly from within. The skin tells a story we often ignore. Have you ever looked in the mirror and noticed your eyes seemed yellowish, or your skin felt itchier than normal? For many seniors, these signs are brushed off as aging or dry weather, but they could signal something far more dangerous. Bilirubin buildup caused by blocked bile ducts from a tumor can result in jaundice and chronic skin itching. These signs are not only uncomfortable, but often missed in routine checkups. The CDC highlights that jaundice is one of the most common early symptoms of pancreatic cancer, especially in tumors located near the head of the pancreas, where they easily press against bile ducts. But here's the challenge. By the time jaundice appears, the tumor may have already grown large enough to block the ducts completely. How one woman mistook her fatigue for grief. Diane Morales, 75, from Santa Fe, had recently lost her husband. When the fatigue set in, she chalked it up to emotional exhaustion. She would nap after breakfast, feel drained by lunchtime, and go to bed right after dinner. Her appetite was fading, but she assumed it was part of her grieving. It wasn't. Her doctor later explained that pancreatic tumors can trigger systemic inflammation and alter the body's energy systems, leading to profound, unrelenting fatigue. Fatigue isn't just tiredness, it's a warning. And in Diane's case, it was the body's way of signaling a serious internal problem, one she nearly missed. A deep pain that doesn't play fair. When pain starts in the abdomen and moves to the back, it's easy to blame it on posture, digestion, or even arthritis. But when the pain lingers, when it deepens after eating, when it doesn't ease with rest, that's when seniors must pause and pay attention. Pancreatic cancer often creates this exact type of pain. It's subtle at first, then it becomes constant, often radiating from under the ribs toward the spine. The National Cancer Institute states that over 80% of patients with pancreatic cancer report pain in the upper abdomen or mid-back as a primary symptom. But most seniors live with back pain anyway, which makes the signal even easier to overlook. This is how pancreatic cancer hides in plain sight, not with loud alarms, but with whispers that resemble everyday aging. The first step is paying attention. The body always speaks. The key is learning how to listen. For many seniors, tuning into subtle changes like appetite loss, digestive issues, or new fatigue can feel overwhelming. But noticing patterns early is the first and most important step toward protection. If John had understood that sudden weight loss without changing his diet wasn't just a coincidence, he may have asked his doctor sooner. The Mayo Clinic reminds us that unexplained weight loss of more than 5% over 6 months should always prompt medical evaluation. It's not paranoia, it's proactive care. You don't need to be afraid, you just need to be aware. Schedule that checkup, even if you feel fine. Many people wait until symptoms feel unbearable before making an appointment. But with pancreatic cancer, early screening can truly save lives. While there is no general screening test yet, your doctor can run blood work, check enzyme levels, or order imaging if something doesn't seem right. Linda, who first ignored her nausea and back pain, now visits her primary care doctor twice a year, regardless of how she feels. And she encourages her friends to do the same. As she says, it's not fear driving her anymore, it's wisdom. According to the National Cancer Institute, when pancreatic tumors are caught at an early stage and are still localized, the 5-year survival rate improves to 44%. That is a number worth fighting for. Know your family history, share it with your doctor. Genetics play a larger role in pancreatic cancer than many people realize. If a close relative has had this cancer or even breast, ovarian, or colon cancer, your risk may be higher. This is especially true if multiple family members have been affected. Sharing this information during a checkup can help your doctor decide if additional testing is needed. The CDC recommends genetic counseling for individuals with family histories of certain cancers, especially when symptoms are also present. This kind of information is not a burden, it's a tool. And in many cases, it can help you and your doctor stay one step ahead. Care for your digestive system. Every day, even if cancer isn't the cause, many seniors struggle with poor digestion. Supporting your gut through mindful eating, hydration, and gentle physical activity can ease discomfort and reduce inflammation. Diane began eating smaller meals throughout the day instead of 3 large ones. She focused on softer foods, reduced greasy items, and drank warm water with meals. Within weeks, her energy improved and her fatigue lessened. It wasn't a cure, but it gave her life back a rhythm. The NIH emphasizes that seniors should report digestive changes lasting more than 2 weeks, especially when paired with weight loss, jaundice, or persistent fatigue. These signals often appear together, and none of them should be dismissed. Don't dismiss pain, especially when it's new or unusual. Many seniors live with chronic discomfort, but when something feels different, deeper, sharper, or more persistent, it deserves your attention. Abdominal pain that radiates to the back, a feeling of fullness after eating very little. These symptoms may point to something far more serious than gas or indigestion. Even if it turns out to be something benign, checking is always the right choice. According to the American Cancer Society, more than 90% of pancreatic cancers begin in the exocrine cells, which are responsible for digestion. That's why pain is often connected to food enzymes and digestion patterns. The more you notice your body's signals around meals, the more likely you are to spot something unusual. You are not alone in this. The most powerful solution is not a test or a treatment, it's mindset. When seniors feel empowered, supported, and informed, their outcomes often improve. You don't have to walk into a doctor's office confused or afraid. You can arrive with clarity, awareness, and a list of what your body has been trying to say. Because like Linda, like John, like Diane, you deserve answers. You deserve to feel heard, and you deserve the chance to protect your future. Sometimes all it takes is one small conversation to shift everything, and it starts with trusting your instincts. Even when life gets busy or overwhelming, your body still tries to speak to you. Through small changes, through gentle warnings, through signals that something isn't quite right. And listening to those signs, no matter how subtle, is one of the most loving things you can do for yourself. Please remember this, it's never too late. Not at 60, not at 75, not even at 85. Taking one small step today, calling your doctor, paying attention to your digestion, or just being curious about how you feel can lead to powerful changes. Awareness is not fear, it's your strength. And with it, you have more control than you think. Whether you saw yourself in Linda's quiet discomfort, or in John's unexpected weight loss, or in Diane's fatigue that masks something deeper, you are not alone. Many others are walking the same road. And the more we share, the more we help each other. If this video brought you clarity or comfort, please take a moment to like it. Subscribe to the Longevity Secret channel so we can keep bringing you trusted, heartfelt health guidance. And if you've ever experienced one of the symptoms we talked about, or simply want to share your story, we would be honored to hear from you in the comments. Thank you for spending this time with us today. Take care of yourself, stay curious, stay connected, and know that every step you take toward your health is one worth celebrating. We'll see you in the next video.